Folks, we're here tonight to speak to Joel Robbins, our brand new pastor here at church. Joel? So let's talk about your long family history in the church.
Plenty of pastors in the family. My great-great-grandfather was a circuit rider, and we have his saddlebag license that he would give the magistrate when he would come to preach. And my father is a Methodist pastor, and both of my brothers, Tom and John, are Methodist pastors, and my wife is a Methodist pastor, Dr. Christy Robbins. So there's plenty to go around there, that's for sure.
Now your father was a JAG officer, is that right?
He was. He was a JAG officer in the Army, and then he left there, practiced private law, and finally surrendered to his call in ministry in 1972. And so I'm very proud of that, what he's done. He's an extraordinary man, to say the least.
Now, you didn't have that same attitude when he first began to preach, is that right?
Not at all. We had moved to, when his first pastorate full-time took hold, the Little Red Oak paper did an article, and my teacher said, "Well, you're the new pastor's son," and I remember specifically saying, "No, ma'am, my dad drives a truck and he drinks a lot of beer." Typical fourth grader. That's a little scary at that age to have that descriptive father, but none of that was true. So.
Now, so your father was U.S. Army, but you weren't. You went to another branch of the service?
I did. I did the Marine Corps, and they were incredibly good to me all of those years. Met some extraordinary people.
You served in the Gulf War?
I did.
As a tank commander? Is that right?
I was a gunner at that point.
Okay.
And we were one of the first armored units over there. So that was an experience, to say the least.
So when did you decide to become a Methodist minister?
I think I more so gave up. I'm goal-oriented in some respects, and I was under the impression if I could be successful enough that the calling would be replaced with material goods and financial gain and all the things that capitalism tells us we need. And I think capitalism is a good thing, but when it comes to calling, God could care less. And I think once God gets hold of you, it is a subtle yet persistent calling that He will not stop until you surrender. And I'd never heard of surrendering to God's call until I really understood and realized the calling is not what you want to do, it's what you have to do eventually. And it really has been a blessing ever since.